The clash between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur in Match Week 2 of the Premier League is shaping up to be the headline act of the week. It's not just another game, it's a showdown of ambition, where two heavyweights look to stamp their authority early in the season. On one side, a philosophy built on control and relentless dominance. On the other, a system that thrives on speed, intensity, and rapid transitions. Whenever these two collide, drama is never far away. Fans are treated to moments that take your breath away, to passages of play that can swing the entire course of the match. This is more than a battle for points. It's a statement of intent in the race for Premier League glory. Tottenham arrive at the Etihad with a boost of confidence after brushing aside Burnley 3-0 on opening weekend. It was the perfect start under new manager Thomas Frank, who has already injected a refreshing energy into Spurs' style of play. Yes, the Super Cup defeat to Paris Saint-Germain was a bitter pill to swallow, but even in that loss, Spurs displayed plenty of encouraging signs. Their pressing was sharp, their structure well organized, and they created genuine chances against one of Europe's elite. Those positives have given the squad belief that they're heading in the right direction. But here's the catch. Tottenham's biggest obstacle right now isn't their opponents. It's their own injury list. The North London side are dealing with a string of absentees, with several key figures sidelined. The creativity and unpredictability of Dejan Kulusevski and James Maddison will be sorely missed, while Dragusin, Kota Takai, and Brian Gill remain doubtful. Even Destiny Udogi's availability hangs in the balance. With their depth stretched thin, Spurs will lean heavily on the players still standing, particularly the in-form duo of Mohamed Kudus and Richarlison, while Thomas Frank will need every ounce of tactical ingenuity to keep the momentum alive. If Tottenham are grappling with a growing injury list, Manchester City aren't exactly at full strength either. They opened the season in style, dismantling Wolves 4-0, a performance that underlined not just their collective power, but also their tactical variety. Even without Kevin De Bruyne, Pep Guardiola has shown that he still commands a squad with enough depth to play the City way. Relentless possession, suffocating high pressing, and ruthless finishing. After a trophyless campaign last year, the hunger to reclaim their throne is immense, and that opening day victory was a clear statement of intent. Yet, City have their own headaches. Rodri's absence through injury strips them of their midfield anchor, the heartbeat of both their ball recovery and their rhythm in possession. Add to that the uncertainty surrounding Savinho, Mateo Kovacic, Phil Foden, and Joško Gvardiol, and Guardiola is forced to carefully balance his rotations while keeping his team unpredictable against a dangerous Spurs side. Still, with stars like Erling Haaland, Bernardo Silva, and Ruben Dias, plus the electric form of Nico Gonzalez, City remain a picture of stability and class. Compared to a depleted Tottenham, they still boast the stronger hand in both depth and mentality. This is their chance to build momentum and send a message to the rest of the league. Manchester City are back for the long haul, and there's another twist to their new campaign. Fresh faces, fresh ideas. The arrivals of Cherki and Reijnders have given Guardiola more tactical weapons. With them, City's attack looks less predictable, less reliant on the same old patterns, and far more versatile in how they break down defenses. Take Reijnders, for example. The Dutch midfielder is a ball carrier with vision, often dropping deep to collect possession before driving vertically into the dangerous Zone 14, right in front of the opposition's penalty area. Simple but devastatingly effective. His ability to push the ball quickly upfield and link directly with Haaland could become a nightmare for teams trying to sit deep. Those clever through balls for the Norwegian striker to burst onto, that's a new blade in City's cutting edge. Then there's Cherki, who brings flair and unpredictability to the attacking third. Drifting into the half spaces, he thrives in one-on-one situations, cutting inside to unleash a shot or weaving past defenders with dazzling skill. Against compact defenses, Cherki's creativity, close control, and ability to shoot from distance make him the perfect game changer. He's the kind of player who forces defenders onto the back foot, opening cracks in even the tightest backlines. It's not just about individual brilliance for Pep Guardiola. City's strength lies in their off-the-ball movement, a finely tuned system where attackers constantly interchange positions. Erling Haaland can drop deep to drag defenders out of shape, creating space for Reijnders or Cherki to surge forward, while the wingers stretch the backline wide. The fluidity is seamless and it leaves opponents in constant turmoil. One lapse in concentration, one mistimed step, and City can pounce with a devastating finish. Blending Guardiola's traditional control-based football with the unpredictability brought by Reijnders and Cherki has made City more dangerous than ever. For Tottenham, that's the ultimate tactical puzzle. Leave Zone 14 unprotected, or allow gaps in the half spaces, and the Spurs' defense could pay the price instantly. But if City arrive armed with new patterns and fresh weapons, Tottenham counter with something entirely different: the power of transition. It's the trademark of Thomas Frank's early tenure in North London, against Paris Saint-Germain in the Super Cup, and in their commanding win over Burnley. Spurs show just how lethal they can be in turning defense into attack in the blink of an eye. With Mohamed Kudus and Richarlison leading the line, they're always one long ball away from danger. Kudus brings the strength to hold up play in transition, twisting away from markers before releasing the killer pass. Richarlison, meanwhile, thrives on speed and clever runs, exploiting the space behind defenses. And that's exactly where City could be vulnerable. Guardiola's philosophy demands his team push high to dominate. But when that high line is breached, the counter is on, and Spurs are ready to strike. Still, this is no one-dimensional counter-attacking side. With Christian Romero marshalling the backline, Tottenham are disciplined at shutting down the middle, forcing opponents wide. That's where their wing-pressing traps kick in, as fullbacks and midfielders combine to suffocate attacks near the touchline. It's a pragmatic, intelligent approach, one designed to frustrate creative players like Reijnders and Cherki. The contrast couldn't be sharper. City, masters of control and suffocation, versus Spurs, waiting patiently for the perfect moment to spring forward. It sets the stage for a tactical chess match between Pep Guardiola and Thomas Frank, where one mistake in handling space, one misstep in positioning, could decide everything. For this clash with Tottenham, Pep Guardiola is expected to stick with his familiar 4-3-3, a system that strikes the balance between control and cutting edge. In goal, James Trafford should keep his place between the sticks. The back four is likely to feature Rico Lewis on the right, John Stones and Ruben Dias as the central pairing, with Rayan Ait-Nouri slotting in on the left. But it's in midfield where Pep often makes the real difference. New signing Tijani Reijnders is tipped to operate as a deep-lying, free-roaming number 6, dictating play from the base and pushing forward when the moment arises. He'll be flanked by Nico Gonzalez and Bernardo Silva, tasked with linking possession and injecting creativity. Further forward, Rayan Cherki could be deployed on the right, drifting into the half spaces, while Jeremy Doku provides blistering pace down the left. And of course, at the tip of the spear, Erling Haaland, ever ready to punish with ruthless efficiency. Across the dugout, Thomas Frank is likely to counter City's dominance with a pragmatic 5-3-2, designed to protect the midfield and add extra defensive steel. Guglielmo Vicario keeps his spot in goal, shielded by a back three of Mickey van de Ven, Christian Romero, and Kevin Danso. Pedro Porro patrols the right flank, with Jed Spence on the left. In midfield, it's a combative trio of Pape Matar Sarr, Juan Palhinha, and Rodrigo Bentancur, ball winners who thrive on pressing and physical duels. Further upfield, Mohamed Kudus operates just behind Richarlison, a partnership built on speed, directness, and flair. It's a setup designed for safety, but with enough punch to sting on the break. The stage is set for a breathtaking encounter at the Etihad. On one side, Guardiola's intricate, possession-heavy football, evolving through the creativity of Reijnders, Cherki, and the lethal finishing of Haaland. On the other, Frank's compact, disciplined Spurs, built to frustrate and counter at lightning speed through Kudus and Richarlison. Two philosophies colliding head-on, every small detail carrying the potential to shift the balance. City may enter as favourites, with superior depth and the aura of control. But Tottenham will not simply roll over. The outcome won't just be about 3 points. It will be a declaration of intent, a statement of ambition from two sides eager to lay down a marker in this new Premier League season.